What you are hearing right now is a recording from a high-disc cassette tape with a Sony TCM-150 cassette-corder. This cassette recorder slash player is released in the early 2000s, 2002 to be exact, at a time where cassettes are nearing demise, or at least here in the Philippines, are still a thing, but I'm starting to decline the rise of CDs, VCDs, and DVDs. This one has a mono head and thus plays monorally, and records on one channel utilizing two tracks. With this logic, I suspect that the crest is on the top track, which should be the left channel, and the trough on the bottom track, which should be the right channel. Or maybe I'm wrong, please correct me should that be the case. On the original, this is a built-in microphone, which, but, I, but as you can see, instead of the built-in microphone, this has a mic input. I'll explain why in a bit. And by the way, this is the TCM-200 has built-in microphone and also some microphone input and has some speed controls. Well, of course, this one is just the basic. But interestingly, this says clear voice. And this should be evident because of its good preamp within this circuit. Because if you monitor the recording, the mic can pick up sounds very well, even around the house, which is small anyway. The caveat, of course, is the internal noise, which is quite loud and very noisy as well. Not to mention the tape has an even noise at the output. This can be operated at 2 AA batteries or 3-volt DC adapter, which currently is it. I don't have a Sony 3-volt adapter or any adjustable adapter with a 3-volt output in it, so I used my 5-volt to 3-volt LM1117 converter circuit, which I honestly do not recommend, but whatever. I bought this little baby along some night flea market selling some quite old obscure gadgets, which I don't think I have to say this. Alright, I bought this one along a sidewalk of an avenue here in Quezon City, just a mile or two from the Congress building. I got this one for 100 pesos, a small price I guess in US dollars, but quite a bit of big amount for us at least. I know full well that this would be defective upon buying this, so I opened this one and my thought was right. The usual defect of a molten belt. Of course, I cleaned its internals and replaced the belt with my stock replacement. Then were still some defects. There were still some defects, but they were quite negligible to me, like the forward button, which does not stop when I press the stop button, but does so when I partly press play. You should notice by now that I'm using the headphone output to connect it to the line end of my PC instead of using its speakers. That's because it is defective as well and I have to remove it. Not to mention it also smells very, very nasty. Yes, even the built-in microphone really smelled bad. It's quite evident it has been used many, many times until the belt molten or when cassettes were pronounced dead. The microphone was not defective though, but I removed and disposed of them anyway. Because I have to forcefully remove the mic screen in order to remove the microphone, and this is the only way. I don't think I have to replace it with another microphone and just glue the screen back. And besides, I have a lot of microphones sitting around, but they're all connected with a 3.5mm jack. So what I just did was put a female 3.5 jack, soldered it accordingly, and put some hot glue to put it in place. And because I have any replacement for speakers, well, I did not put any. And instead, I'll just put its headphone out to a speaker with an auxiliary input. What? There's no line out. I don't think they bought put a line out here. It's portable cassette player recorder anyway. And speaking of portable, we would sometimes call cassette portable cassette decks like this one as a Walkman, whether it's from Sony or not, or the fact that this one records plays in mono and not in stereo as a Walkman should be. Interestingly, a cassette recorder like this were formerly called as Pressman. Yes. Anyway though, early models of these Pressmen or whatever, they predate and were the basis for the first Walkman in 1979. And more interestingly, this more recent Pressman has a dual mono output on the headphones, unlike its very early predecessors which only outputs on one ear. The left one, to be more precise, the TS connection, like the microphone, like some microphone that has TS connection instead of your typical TRS headphone jack. The tape I used is a high disc 90-minute cassette tape which I bought on a garage sale much near from our residence. From the looks of it, I can tell this is a low quality tape and I cannot test it how bad it is. Since I have no tape decks yet, except for this one, which is already an entry-level cassette recorder, portable recorder. You should also notice by now that my recording is a bit flurry. If you don't, I don't know if this has something to do with my half-wave theory, but I'm pretty sure that belt will fit and not too loose nor tight. I am sure though that the pitch roller mechanism was a bit quite wavy and I think I can't do anything much about it. Okay, so what will I do now is to stop this tape for the meantime and play some of my cassettes for demonstration. By the way, on the third tape which I played on the song Fly Away, aka the song from the mysterious Akibahara tape, aka the most mysterious song in Japan, I made some mixtapes using this very recorder and despite sounding as bad as it can be, this feels quite nostalgic to me. Though I was born the year of Windows XP and 9/11, I still remember cassettes being used in our home hi-fi system, albeit they were starting to decline in favor of CDs. Although I see them being used for recording until they were all replaced by digital recorders. Now, to end this presentation, what you'll hear after this recording from my radio, capturing several radio stations in AM and FM here in Metro Manila. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that crap. I don't have to say this, and I don't have to in my next videos because, but you already know what to do. This is Turnaround Hayes. Thank you very much, and good day.
Hindi na po, sir. Sa biyaya ni Lord, hindi na po.
Nagpatali ka na po?
Hindi po, ma'am.
Ay, hindi pa. May possibility pa.
Nagpa-family planning sila.
Oo.
Opo, sir.
Okay,
Hindi
sige.
na po yan. Hindi na.
Opo.
Bunso na po yun. Pinag-pray
Nagpa-family,
po namin.
okay, nagpa-family planning sila sa Siam.
Nahihirapan ba ang inyong pamilya abroad sa pagpapadala ng pera sa inyo? Meron niyang solusyon, ang Z-Wave. Pwedeng magpadala ang pamilya niyo gamit ang cellphone. Makakatanggap ng libreng $20 ang bagong user sa kanilang unang padala. Gamit ang code na WISH. W-I-S-H. Gamitin na ang Z-Wave. Dahil dito, mamahalin kayo ng inyong pamilya at ng wallet niyo. The Sendwave app is not available in the Philippines and service is not offered in Tagalog. Gamitin na ang Sendwave dahil dito, mamahalin kayo ng inyong pamilya at ng wallet nyo.
Baliwat kanan kung saan nagkaroon nga ho ng damage yung mga BFAR vessel, yung Coast Guard vessel. Kaya medyo ako kinakabahan ako personally para ho sa atin ito coalition. Pero sana ho maging ligtas ho sila. At maliban kasi doon sa paghatid nila ng mga supply doon sa mga mangingisda, mga fuel, maghatid doon sila. Kagaya ng nabanggit ni Ms. Rafaela kanina, magbababa sila doon ng marker, mga boya, tapos may nakalagay doon na WPS atin ito. Atin ito. Pero dapat meron Chinese translation eh. Kaya nga. Kasi para maintindihan ng Chinese nila. No? Yung ano, Kwatya. Ano yung sabihin? Chikwatya. Ano sabihin? Atin ito. Ganon? Oo. Talaga? Sana maintindihan ng Chinese yun. Kasi ang ka pa eh. Ang alam ko lang, ano eh. Pong, child, la.
This song is brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified, maker of world-class quality Pride detergent.
Social Security System.
And Bingo sa Saya, plus sa Panalo. Visit the official Bingo Plus website at bingoplus.com to learn more. Yes, Oras, yes, friend! 8:50. That time check was brought to you by
Champion. Gawang peerless na 60 years ng tapat na walang katapat.
and Red Horse Beer. Lakas ng tama, pero di wasak. That portion is brought to you by
Champion. Gawang peerless na 60 years ng tapat na walang katapat.
Yes, FM. I love you, kabayan. I love you.
Ito po ang DWBM, Radyo 630, nagseserbisyo at nagbabalita para sa mamamayan.
Naglilingkod, nagmamahal, nakikinig, nananawagan. Radyo sa Istreta, para sa mamamayan, para sa pamilya, anumang pangangailangan. Hey, hey! Radyo sa Istreta, para sa mamamayan. Radyo sa Istreta, Radyo sa Istreta, ito ang himpilan
9:03.
Kauna-unahan sa Pilipinas.
Manila Broadcasting Company. DZRH, a proud member of MBC Media Group. Direktang tulungan at balitaan kasama si Miss May Pinahuhan sa DZRH Operation Tulong.
Oras natin, 43 minuto makalipas po alas 10 ng umaga. At sa mga nag-aantabay po, ha? Eto na, eto na.
Ito na ang Teaser Ace Mas Malakas promo online. Sagutin lamang ang tanong ng ating announcer sa live Facebook page ng Teaser H at instant welcome 500 pesos na premyo. Ready? Makinig mabuti. Ito na!
Makinig mabuti, eto na, sabi ni Sherwin Alfaro. Ayan, sa lahat po ng mga nakaantabay sa ating DZRH News Facebook page, live now na. Ayan, sa mga nakatutok sa atin. At gustong manalo, ha, ng instant 500 pesos.